YouTube, what up? Alright, so we're going to be talking about Majin Kuu today. The being that put the Dragon Ball universe in shock last week. We got to talk about the new guy on the block, right? So, first off, I just want to dive into this question, right? Why a SAIBAMEN? Why did Marba choose to make a Majin demon replicated from Buu with the SAIBAMEN seed? Now, there could be a bunch of different reasons, right? It could be just as simple as, well, obviously the Buu sample wasn't enough, so they needed another type of life form that it could actually cling onto and become like an actual, living being, right? Because I guess, which it really didn't make any sense to me why the Buu sample wasn't enough, because the Buu sample technically should be able to regenerate all the way back into regular Buu, right? Or some kind of smaller version of Buu. But anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna fight that too much. But I just definitely want to know why the SAIBAMEN, right? Why the SAIBAMEN, and also how did Marba get those seeds? Are the SAIBAMEN, are they from the demon realm? They have pointy ears, right? Like they should be from the demon realm if that's the new thing, right? If you got pointy ears, you're from the demon realm. I'm from the demon realm. Okay, so how did Marba get her hands on the seeds? Let's just say they're from the demon realm, right? So maybe she has those on hand at all times. Now that begs the question, how did Vegeta and Nappa have the SAIBAMEN seeds, right? Now, honestly, this is all fan fiction right here, headcanon. I think Vegeta, he is a prince, right, of a planet, not just a prince of a country. So if you look at it like in real life, right, a king, a prince, president, whatever, they usually have ties and can kind of get anything they want. So I'm assuming Vegeta used his prince, ties, found somebody on the black market who knew someone from the demon realm some way, somehow, and gave them these seeds. Maybe it was a planet that he was taking over. He was going to kill somebody and was like, no, wait, here are these seeds that can help you. Please spare my life, type thing. Or he could have it could have been a bunch of demons that came from the demon realm to come into the human realm for whatever, and maybe try to cause, some kind of ruckus, and they had the SAIBAMEN seeds, and they were going to, maybe kill a bunch of people or take over a village or whatever it may be, and Vegeta ended up killing them, taking their seeds, because he's seen that they, maybe they used the SAIBAMEN in front of him. He killed the SAIBAMEN, took the seeds, were like, maybe we could use them, right? I could see, something like that happening. That's not too far-fetched for me. So I'm okay with, looking back and being like, well, how did Vegeta get the seeds? Because that could very well, that's like an easy explanation right there for Vegeta, right? So I just want to know really why they chose to pick SAIBAMEN. And like I said before, it really could just be because they needed like a living life form in order to complete the whatever spell is, or whatever that recipe is for making, a Majin. Maybe they needed something that can come to life, because obviously the Buu, it just wasn't enough, right? So now, all I want to do is let's just talk about this guy. There's a lot to talk about with him, okay? First off, look at his form, okay? We got to remember Majin Buu. Let's talk about Majin Buu's origin, okay? So his first form is Kid Buu, right? That's the true version of Buu. And then Buu, he pretty much has absorbed the Supreme Kai of the South, and he became Innocent Buu. And, well, he became like a nice Buu. I forget what that Buu was called. But then that Buu ended up creating an Innocent Buu, which ended up, he spat out, evil Buu. So he became super good future Buu, right? And then evil Buu, I think, absorbed good Buu again, and then became super Buu. And now super Buu did something to revert all the way back to Kid Buu. It gets kind of crazy. But my point is, Kid Buu, right? Look at this guy here on the screen. We could call this Kid Kuu. We really could. This right here, this form of Kuu is pretty much Kid, right? So it's Kid Kuu. or pure evil Kuu. I'm not really sure, because like Buu became pure evil by taking in all of the evil energy from mankind for millions and millions of years, because back in the day, he wasn't created by Bibbidi. He was actually, a being that has been alive since the beginning of time. And he went on, crazy rampages, killing everybody, and went on huge slumbers, and just pretty much soaked in all the energy from all the negative, mankind and other aliens and stuff like that. So he became, that's why Kid Buu is so evil and so, just the way he is. And this Kid Kuu is obviously not that, because he was just created. He has no evil bestowed upon him. He looks pretty evil, like he knows, right? Because he does have a little bit of that Buu in him, but I don't think he's like pure evil. But we still don't know. So this begs the question, though: how will he get his next transformation? Will it be through absorbment, like Buu? Will Kid Kuu be able to absorb things? Because if he can, that's a problem. Because what if he goes on another rampage and maybe he absorbs one of the Tamagami? Maybe the first Dragon Star, or maybe the first Dragon Ball Tamagami? He could very well absorb it and become like this super powerful Tamagami Kuu / whatever it might be. Like that might be, a little OP. That might be the easy way to beat the Tamagami. He might not be able to beat it. Now, so can he absorb things is the first question. Second question, and this is just a curiosity of mine. This isn't really like, a profound question. I think the first one is. First one's really something to think about. Second one is, can he regenerate? Which I'm assuming he will be able to. I think he'll be able to pretty much kind of do all the fundamental Buu things, like absorb, regenerate, right? Stuff like that. I don't think he's going to be turning anybody into chocolate or food. I don't think, I think he's going to have his own unique skill set, which delves me into this. What if he can explode himself like a SAIBAMEN and then regenerate back into that guy, right? Back into Kuu. Imagine he could do like Vegeta's final explosion and then just reabsorb again, right? Or if he does the SAIBAMEN latch on, kills you, Yamchas you, and then, regenerates and does it again. He could just keep spamming this. What if, now check this out. This is just totally me going off the rails. What if he can absorb you and then explode himself, in turn killing you because you're trapped inside of him, right? That would be insane. And then he just regenerates. So I'm kind of just like, when he fights the Tamagami, I am super excited to see his skill set, his moves. We're going to learn so much about how he fights, how he thinks, how he's going to act, his temperament, his powers, because we're definitely going to get a Kid Kuu. We're definitely going to get a Super Kuu. And then we actually might get like a fat Kuu, maybe. I don't know how. I don't know what we're going to absorb to get a fat Kuu. But honestly, I hope it doesn't go, this is the cool, interesting thing to me about Daima, is that it's a really good mix. It gives me, GT vibes. But having this Kuu, now it's kind of just like, all right, are we going to do the Buu thing all over again? Like, obviously it's not Buu, it's a different thing, but in a sense, it's kind of the same, so we're kind of just like doing it again, which isn't, the most exciting, because, where my head goes is like, okay, well, we're going to have a Kid Kuu, and then we're going to have a Super Kuu, and then we might have a fat Kuu, and then, like, is this just going to be Majin Buu saga all over again, but like in Daima? Obviously, not word for word with Buu saga, but like, it's going to be super similar, right? It's not anything that's super different. Like, imagine if we fought Frieza and then the next big villain was Cooler, like right after him, and then he does the whole same thing, like, oh, I have 9 transformations, oh, now I'm final Cooler. It's kind of just like, all right, we've been here, we did this, and I get that, the Buu saga was 20 years ago, right? But I grew up with the Buu saga, right? It's not 20 years ago for me, it's like 10 years ago. So, like, which is still a long time, but it's just like, we don't have a lot of Dragon Ball after Buu besides Super, right? And I don't watch Heroes. I don't care for Heroes, but like Super was really short. They did, the Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and then they did the Tournament of Power pretty much, right? Well, they did Goku Black, and then, the Tournament of Power, the exhibition, and then the real tournament. So it's like we didn't really get a whole lot new stuff from Dragon Ball Super, and now we're just like kind of just going all the way back to Buu, and we're redoing Buu again. So it's like, all right, it's cool. I'm excited. Everybody's excited. A lot of people are excited for Kuu, which they should be. The thing is how this gets handled, right? How are we going to go through with this character? What kind of character writing is he going to get? What kind of development is he going to get? Obviously, it's going to be awesome. Like, no one's thinking it's not going to be sick. It's going to be cool. It's for sure going to be cool. And I get that Dragon Ball isn't, super lore heavy in the first place, right? It never has been. It obviously never will be. But it's never like super lore heavy. Like, there is lore for sure there is, but it's not One Piece kind of lore, right? And that's my problem is I kind of keep looking at, other manga and other animes, and I try to put the One Piece pacing or the One Piece lore ideas into these to try, like, and it's fun because it really helps me like think about all these things, like, will Kuu absorb one of the Tamagami? Will he have, different transformations? When he does have different transformations, how will he obtain it? Maybe he doesn't absorb anything at all. Maybe he can go into a different kind of form or whatever. But this is pretty much the ultimate SAIBAMEN. This is the ultimate SAIBAMEN. Yamcha better pack his bags and run. This is his worst nightmare, right? So I also got to remember too, like the pacing. Like I said, like the pacing is going to be way faster than One Piece. Like there was a couple episodes ago where I was like, maybe we won't meet up with the crew. Maybe we won't fight the Tamagami in the next episode. And literally, like, those things happened back to back. I was like, I don't think we're going to fight the Tamagami in the next episode. Literally, next episode, we find the Tamagami and we're about to fight them. Now, it wasn't like, I wasn't like spot on with that, but I was like, we didn't fight him, but we met him when we were about to. I didn't even think we were gonna meet him. And then the next episode, I was like, oh yeah, we're definitely, after we fight the Tamagami, we're not gonna meet up with the crew yet. It's probably gonna be like 3 more episodes. And then the next episode, we meet up with the crew. So like, I'm wrong about things, and I'm wrong about a lot of things, but it's okay. This is just a discussion. We're just talking about this, right? If the Cybermen are from the demon realm, what realm are they from? The first, second, or third, right? So we know the second is where pretty much the origin of all the Glens are, so all the Supreme Kai are pretty much from there. And I want to know more about the Supreme Kai, because they just all left and became overseers of different universes, like, and they all did the same thing. Like, that's everyone's job. They all had the consensus to just do that, which is weird to me, because it's like, what were they doing in the demon realm before that? Like, was that their thing to kind of like look out for things or whatever? Like, is that in their nature? But anyway, I don't want to get it super off topic. That's a whole different discussion. It's going to be interesting. Are we going to see from, Kid Kuu, when the Cyberman shot all that white stuff out of his head, right? Are we going to see that when he literally just ejaculated everywhere when they first got introduced into the story? Literally, Akira Toriyama wrote these guys as like a gag. Like, his head is literally shaped as a penis, right? Like, that's the joke, I guess. And his head literally opens up and he does shoot out white stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much the joke there with the Cybermen. I hope we don't see nothing like that, because I just think that's super corny. I really do hope we see a really good mix of, like, because what else are the Cybermen good for besides their explosion? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's going to be really interesting to see what his moveset is and how he fights, because, like, I'm really, other than like the like small body resemblance of Buu, there's literally like no Buu to me here besides like the purple face, and the mouth is not Buu at all. That's more like Janemba or like Nova Shenron, or you know what I mean? Like, his lips, that's kind of like a GT Shenron kind of thing. So I'm like I said, I'm really interested to see where this goes, right? I really hope he absorbs one of the Tamagami and becomes like some kind of Tamagami Kuu. And what if he does that and maybe because when Boo absorbs people, he kind of becomes a different person, different personality, different goals, different mindset, right? So when he absorbs the Tamagami, imagine he doesn't give the ball back to Arinsu, and then they have to make another Boo to fight that Boo. You know what I mean? So I'm like, because they only used one of the seeds. They have 2 seeds. So imagine this Boo kind of goes rogue by absorbing another Tamagami, and then how do you control him after that? What if this Boo's stronger? What if this Boo what if Kuu is stronger than Boo, right? What if he breaks the telepathy thing and doesn't want to listen to Arinsu? Then what are you going to do? You're fucked. So then we have the evil eye, right? What if he absorbs the evil eye and becomes this ultimate all-powerful being? The evil eye is what Abura used to have, the third eye, which makes you immortal, strong, whatever. I don't know how he lost it, but that is something we could kind of, that is another route we could go down. What if he gets the Tamagami? What if he gets the evil eye? What if he absorbs Rinsu? What if he absorbs just anybody, right? It's going to be very interesting to see, and I really can't wait. And that's pretty much all I got to talk about today. I just wanted to talk about that. Just notice that, Kid Kuu is on the rise. Friday, we're going to see, hopefully we see him fight the Tamagami. I think we will. If not this Friday, definitely next Friday we will. But I do believe it'll be this Friday we see that. And I'm curious to see how the other gang is going to be, what they're going to be doing, what their goals are. Obviously, they're going to be going after the second Tamagami, and then Vegeta and them are either following them or they might be going to Goma. Who knows if Vegeta is actually following Goku? Because I definitely, after that first Tamagami fight, I could definitely see him beating the second Tamagami, like just by himself. He's not going to need Vegeta or Piccolo. I think they're going to be needed when they fight Goma or when they fight Kid Kuu, right? Now, maybe Vegeta and the gang, they go to the first demon realm, right? Because maybe he's like, all right, fuck it, we'll fight Goma then. And maybe they run into Kuu, and then Kuu absorbs Piccolo, or maybe Kuu absorbs Vegeta, or maybe Kuu absorbs, Bulma or something. I don't know. But that could very well happen as well, right? But I don't think Kuu is going to make a move until, 1, Goku has the 2 other Dragon Balls, or 2, they're ready to fight and kill Goma, right? Because Arinsu wants them and wants their help, but she only wants them to get the Dragon Balls. So now I could kind of see this, right? They beat the first Tamagami. What if Boo... So let's just say Kuu doesn't absorb the Tamagami. He defeats it, gets the Dragon Ball, gives it to Arinsu. Now, what if maybe he's super powerful and he steals the other 2 balls from Goku and Vegeta, right? And maybe he absorbs them. Maybe, who knows? What if, this is my ultimate headcanon, this would blow my mind. What if Kuu steals or absorbs the Tamagami with the Dragon Ball, and then absorbs the other 2 Dragon Balls, and he becomes like the Omega Shenron Kuu, right? So now we got like an Omega Shenron mixed with this Majin Kuu thing, right? So who knows what we get out of that? Could you imagine Kid Buu absorbing the Dragon Balls and stealing its power, if that's even possible? I would assume it's possible, right? Just from GT, for GT's sake. But the Tamagami do seem like, robots, but they obviously are sentient and they have some kind of power, some kind of key. So I can see Boo absorbing one of them and becoming very much stronger, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Other than that, hope you guys have a blessed weekend, blessed day. Enjoy the episode on Friday whenever you're watching this. Enjoy that new episode. And yeah, you guys will be seeing me this weekend after that episode. So make sure you guys are following along, subscribing, because I do episode breakdowns every week. So you guys will see me on Saturday for sure, breaking down the new episode. All right, guys. Peace.